Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to stand and we want you to make some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go racing here at Knoxville.
Only the best go three abreast. It is showtime at Williams Grove Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at Eldora Speedway, it's showtime!
You got 'em for a breath. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
It's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime! Set to do battle for 30 laps. The green flag is waving.
Hello again, it's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. We are glad you joined us talking sprint car racing after the busy Memorial Day holiday weekend, and we can't wait to get into the conversation. Steve Post here, and Ross Wece joins us. Hey, man, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
We're fantastic. So Ashley is still recovering from Port Royal, and 2 days at the Weichert Memorial. Port Royal does require some recovery.
Recovery time.
Erin is recovering from Indy, and she's headed to Nashville because we're going to do some shows up in Nashville this week. So I decided to get the equally as shapely Ross Wece to join us here.
I was gonna say, does that make me the CDE team somewhere in there?
Round is a shape, so you know we're all shapely. Yeah. So I mean, no, it's great to great to bring you over. Great to chat and talk a little sprint car racing. Appreciate you coming in, and man, I'll tell you, I love Memorial Day weekend. It's so much fun. We have racing in Charlotte. We were in Port, but the whole day Sunday with the big races. Man, it's a fun weekend.
It's a big weekend for all of motorsports, but a huge weekend, especially for sprint car racing. Like you said, Charlotte, Port Royal, the Cali crowd was running. The All-Stars had a big weekend in Ohio. And one of our first few weekends of the year that Mother Nature didn't mess with too many people. The All-Stars kind of lost one end there, but we actually got the majority of the races in this weekend, which is one of the first few weekends of the year for that.
It was nice. It really was. I'll tell you what, I love Friday and Saturday night. And I didn't even get to stick around for Saturday night, but I am telling you, we all live this gypsy lifestyle of sprint car racing. But boy, there is nothing better than an occasional race where you sleep in your own bed.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I know you appreciate that too. It just was, and Charlotte, I mean, I know Saturday night, certainly the track didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but still a lot of enthusiasm. First time for the two-night Patriots Nationals. Man, a good time, great crowd, great fun, and tying in with NASCAR was pretty cool. It was cool as well.
That's what's really cool about that Charlotte race weekend for us is that you can look on social media afterwards, and there's so many people who were seeing not just World of Outlaws, but the sprint car racing for the very first time, and talking about just what a great time they had. Can't wait to go to their next one. So really cool to get to expose a lot of new fans to our style of racing this week in Charlotte.
So how do you, Ross Wece, approach Sunday though with the F1 race, the Indy 500, the 600? Are you a couch potato? Are you don't pay any attention to them? Go do something else. How do you approach Sunday?
Oh, I enjoy watching. Now I didn't wake up in time for the green flag at Monaco after a late Saturday night, but I caught the last half of that race and then kind of watched the 500 throughout the day, and then I had some other family stuff going on.
Nice,
Mom and Dad met the girlfriend for the first time this weekend, so we had that kind of tied up most of the day Sunday, but I did my best to follow along with everything throughout that.
Big step over the Memorial Day weekend, and we're all still standing over.
We're all still standing.
Well, there we go.
Got two thumbs up.
So now, okay, well, you brought your girlfriend up. Okay, now her first race was USCS at Cherokee.
Yep.
Okay, so and then Friday night at World of Outlaws, she's still on board. She's still
on board.
Dude,
Pella is helping make her a big Sheldon Haudenschild fan.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you got to go with the Husky sometime.
Yep.
Bring the Husky in. So, well, it is cool. Yeah. I would always be here in Charlotte before we started doing the Weichert Memorial. I'd get up and watch the F1 race, and I'd piddle around and watch the Indy 500, and then I'd go to Charlotte and watch a good portion of the 600, and then go home and catch the end of it. But Port Royal and the lifestyle at Port Royal and the after racing shenanigans at Port Royal, it's like, oh, they did run the Indy 500 today, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know? And some guy in the grandstand says, he comes up and grabs it, says, what's going on in Charlotte? I said, oh, that's right. They have the 600 going on
there. Yeah.
It's so good. It's great stuff. Really, truly is. And great weekend. But those big races, and I listened to a lot of sports talk radio. It was fascinating to me. that all the sports talk radio, the ones that do all the stick and ball stuff, they all led with either Simon Pagenaud won the Indy 500 or Martin Truex Jr. won the Coke 600. So it's really nice on that big stage that auto racing takes the lead for this weekend, and it's really pretty neat day.
Absolutely, there's so many eyes on motorsports for that one day of the year that it's like I said, it's really cool to see all that attention that the bigger races get for that one day.
For sure, and a lot of great racing across sprint car land. Let's take a look at our Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery hot topics. World of Outlaw NOS Energy sprint cars. How about Gio Scelzi taking one off from Larson? That was pretty sweet.
That was something I think a lot of people were quite surprised by. They kind of just, it seemed to everyone was kind of just biding their time there late Friday night, and then Larson maybe kind of went searching around for a line a little bit, and Gio hit it just right and got a run down the back straightaway, and that was all she wrote. That was, exactly. Logan Schuart picked up the win on Saturday night, Lawrenceburg on Monday. Kyle Larson got one back. What a battle with him and Christopher Bell. Bell ended up on his top. But, It's always kind of, you get the two of them together at any kind of dirt race, it kind of becomes one of those unstoppable force meets the immovable object moments. Yeah. But, definitely a very good race at Lawrenceburg.
For sure. The Weikert Memorial, Danny Dietrich won on Saturday night. Logan Wagner won on Sunday. Overall winner on points because they tied. They both had a first and a second. Danny Dietrich, Danny going to join us in just a moment here. Ollie's Bargain Outlet All-Stars, Aaron Reutzel went 2 for 2, one at Attica and Fremont. Great to see the All-Stars back at Fremont.
It was a very good. I made it home in time Sunday night to watch that one on Speed Shift Live. Was a very good show.
That was a late one because we were at Port dealing with rain. Yeah. They were over there. Someone on Twitter said we're going to finish later than you are.
Yeah, that's definitely a hat tip needed for the All-Star crew and the Fremont crew for sticking that one out. And still getting the show in, and for what seemed to still have a great crowd in the grandstands after a 3-hour rain delay or so.
The home of the All-Stars is, again, at least hosting the All-Stars for sure. Indeed. So that is neat. Really, really is good. Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, Lake Ozark Speedway, Sam Hafer-Teep Jr. picked up the win. And Sunday night, John Carney picked up the win. I was glad to see that. I like John Carney. We've talked to him a few times here, and he is pretty stout. And I'm glad he's doing the National Tour. Classic Ink screen printing and embroidery for T-shirts, for sweatshirts, for hoodies, for towels, for hats, for whatever you need. You can check them out at www.classicinkusa. That's classicinkusa.com. Time for our Dryden Diesel All Death-Defying Move of the Week right back at the Speed Palace. Danny Dietrich, Logan Wagner. You heard it on Speed Shift TV, and here it is, our Move of the Week.
And now for the Dryden Death-Defying Move of the Week, where one driver simply amazes us with their on-track moves.
Lucas Wolf gets back around Lance Ruiz as Danny Dietrich gets a run off of turn number 2. He'll go to the bottom. Slide job, Danny Dietrich. Can he complete the pass? New leader of Weikert's Livestock, number 29 of Danny Dietrich with 6 laps to go.
That death-defying move was brought to you by Dryden Diesel All Deaf, the official deaf of the World of Outlaws and wheelmen everywhere. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
10 tours, over 200 nights of racing. The American Sprint Car Series is back for its 28th year. Whether you're enjoying the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series National Tour at Williams Grove, Eagle Raceway, Skagit Speedway, or any of the 9 ASCS regional tours across Arizona, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and beyond, winged and even non-winged, there's a race happening near you. Check online for schedule details at ASCSRacing.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And when you can't be there live, catch the National Tour and select regional events on RacingBoys.com.
The WinAZ06Corvette.com sweepstakes to benefit the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa is underway. Go to WinAZ06Corvette.com to find out how you can win the Torch Red 2019 Z06 Corvette that is on display now in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. The winner will be announced Saturday night, August 10th during the 59th Annual Knoxville Nationals. Visit WinAZ06Corvette.com to win this awesome ride.
Get your vehicle ready for Memorial Day weekend. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts for specials on motor oil and filters, cleaning products, wiper blades, towing supplies, and more. The professional parts people can help you find just what you need to help keep your weekend safe and fun. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
No matter what or where you race, Hefner Racing Products and HRP Wings has you covered. Check out the premier Shark Wing as well as other sprint car wings and components. Sprint car, mini and micro sprint wings. And the HRP Original Recess Rivet Wing. All HRP wings are wind tunnel tested. HRP carries a full line of affordable, top-of-the-line, USA-built sprint car components. Shop online for all this and more at hrpracing.com. The Racer's Choice. Hefner Racing Products and HRP Wings.
I'm Paul McMahon. One has a degree in engineering, the other has a degree in beer consumption. Science, figure out who has which. Wing Nation on MRN.com.
Welcome back. It is Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. We are going right to the Red Brand Friends hotline. Joining us fresh off from a trip that included picking up a 75-pound bronze statue of a bull head. Danny Dietrich's on the line. Hello, Danny. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, how you doing, Stephen Ross?
Man, it is great to talk to you. A day or two later, Danny, what does it mean to you to be the Weikert champion?
Oh, it's pretty cool. It's about the coolest thing I've encountered so far. One of them, anyway. It ranks right up there with winning a national open or winning your first outlaw race. You know.
Yep.
It's been an incredible run over the past couple of weeks here for you, Danny. What has your team kind of hit on these last couple of weeks that's had you up front with at so many different tracks, so many different series groups? What's been the kind of secret to success for you guys these past couple of weeks?
I really don't know. It's just we kind of keep doing our normal thing, but I think we're just adjusting things correctly. I think we're keeping up with the racetrack better than we have in the past. I got some really good helping me, and I think that really allows me to just go watch the track. I think like Saturday night, they kind of get the car ready, and I think I went and watched like 2 or 3 late model heats and a B main from the whole other end of the racetrack at Port Royal. But I think that allows you to just be able to get away and focus on the track and then come back and make the right adjustments at the last minute.
Danny, you had a move. You and Logan on Saturday night had a move through turns 3 and 4. I am telling you, whoever was there in the grandstands, we thought you were coming to join us. When you find yourself in that spot, what's going? I know there's not a lot of time, but what's going through your mind?
10,000 to win.
Yeah.
you sit there and think, oh, it's 10,000 to win. I'm going for it. And honestly, I think if Logan moved up 6 inches, I thought I was going to land. I was going to be sitting in the outside grandstands. With them. That's what went through my mind. There wasn't much room there left for us.
No doubt.
Talking about those bigger money to win races, we'd be remiss if about a week ago now we didn't talk about you winning with the World of Outlaws back at Bridgeport. One of those rare instances where Donnie Schatz passes somebody and then he actually gets passed back. So kind of take us back to those last few laps at Bridgeport last week and what's kind of going through your head as you realized who it was you were racing for the win with 2 or 3 laps to go there.
Yeah, the same kind of thing. You're racing for an outlaw win, for 10,000 to win, and when he got me, it definitely wasn't a race over kind of moment. It was kind of, I couldn't believe he left me the bottom open as clear as he did going into 1. But it was so hard with who you're racing against and the pressure you kind of have on you when you're racing for the lead there, that it took a lot of patience from me to just hit the bottom there. Going down before I got to the backstretch, and then getting on the straightaway and being able to keep the tires under, to not blow the tires off down the backstretches. That was probably the hardest part for me was just being that patient for the car to hit its marks. For a guy who just likes to pound the top sometimes. Just that was the toughest part for me.
Is that something you've worked on and you've had to learn? Because I can't imagine the challenge of doing that.
It's something that I've worked on, being able to be able to maneuver around different racetracks and different parts of the tracks. And I think that's why I can go to Port Royal and I think we're better up there. The All-Star race we didn't win and Lance got by me after a late race caution, but I think that's the whole reason why we were even in contention is I've been able to learn how to slow down, to go faster and wait on the race car rather than trying to get impatient. I get impatient and then I'm even slower. But it's just something I think I'm maturing into. Hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully it isn't just a phase I'm going through, and hopefully it's something that sticks with me for a while.
As we sit here looking at the video from this weekend at Port Royal and now looking at you in Victory Lane, for the Weikert Memorial Weekend, what's it mean for you personally sitting in that, beautiful Weichert, throwback looking paint scheme car there. What's it mean for you personally to get to have the success you did in that car at that race this weekend?
It's big. I mean, I think I've won 3 Labor Day Classics with that car. So winning with it wasn't the issue. It's just that weekend. If anybody's going to the Weichert Memorials since they've started, I don't think a Weichert car even finished a memorial race until like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. It would be fast, but it would never finish. And Todd actually called me earlier in the week last week after winning at Bridgeport, and had said that hey, the car is rolling so good. If you want, why don't you just run the 48 car? I said, well, we're not doing that. We got this 29 car ready to go. We're going to run that thing, And I'm glad we did. Just like such an iconic moment for our team and for Todd and the family.
Danny, final question for you before we cut you loose. It's no secret, I know we've talked about it, that you not only race the Weichert car and have the relationship with Todd and everybody, but this is one race weekend where you're involved in, to a degree, the promotional aspect of this. We're, lining up different things, some social media things. Just what's your assessment of that aspect of the sport, getting a chance to put that hat on for a little bit? And then ultimately, I know Mother Nature seems to always mess with us up there at Port Royal, but ultimately what you see as far as the fruits of the labor on that weekend and how that's coming together.
It's coming together to be a really good weekend. Every year it gets better and better, bigger and bigger. And if we could just get one year where we just get no rain for the whole weekend, where it's just planning on being sunny, I think we could hit a home run as far as, not having to keep people there till midnight or anything like that. It just seems like every year I'm looking at O'Neill thinking, man, we got to deal with this rain delay again, or something along them lines. But we got a lot of great support. It's a great local show, great paying local show, and we keep trying to up it, to make it even better and better. So we keep getting the support by the fans and everything else. I think we can keep going and making it bigger and bigger because the effort's there from Steve and Todd and myself and everybody at Port Royal.
No doubt. It is fun to see. I can tell you we've done donut deliveries. Ashley and I do. One of the things we do, 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, delivery to the campground. And I'm telling you, in the 3 years we've done it, it's twice. The campground is twice as big as it used to be.
Yeah.
In fact, we didn't even come close. I told Todd Weichert, we need to buy more donuts next year.
Hopefully it keeps getting bigger. That's what we want. I mean, I don't know how much farther we can go right now with making it bigger until maybe we get a year where it's great weather, then we can turn that into something even more the following year.
Yeah.
But it's pretty big for just a local show without being sanctioned for the local racers and the late model guys as well.
Yeah, those late models put on a good show. Danny, congratulations on this success. We look forward to following along, see if you can keep your streak of podiums alive. We certainly wish you the best on that.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
There we go. Danny Dietrich joining us here. And, man, what a fun weekend. I'm telling you, I do want to send a shout-out to Danny, but to Todd Weichert and to Steve O'Neill and everyone up there and to the fans. Oh, my gosh, you guys and gals are just phenomenal. So what a fun weekend we had at the Weichert Memorial up at Port Royal Speedway. Let's step away. When we come back, another guy that had a pretty good weekend, a couple of wins on the All-Star Tour, Aaron Reutzel. He joins us next.
Sage Fruit is a high-quality grower, packer, and shipper of Washington State apples, pears, and cherries. Sage Fruit believes in sprint car racing as a proud sponsor of sprint cars for the past 16 years and a partner of Wing Nation for the past 4 years. We love sprint car racing, and we're there for our sprint car fans. Sage Fruit works hard to deliver an exceptional eating experience. We value our relationship with sprint car fans and appreciate your continued support of Sage Fruit. Ask for Sage Fruit at your local grocer.
Since the dawn of American industry, Dryden was there as the country built its first roads, laid the blocks of its factories, and spanned rivers with new bridges and rails. Today, with Dryden's all technology, we instill this heritage into every Dryden oil, lubricant, fluid, and DEF product we make. Dryden is a tradition of performance with 21st century technology. Dryden, official motor oil of the World of Outlaws, and always American owned and operated. Visit Dryden.com for more information.
Here's your chance to win a set of your very own Hercules tires. Go to HerculesTires.com/MRN. Simply register, and each month we'll give away one set of tires. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading mileage coverage to get you wherever you need to go, no matter where the road takes you. Register now for your chance to win a set of Hercules tires at HerculesTires.com/MRN. Hercules Tires. Ride on our street.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in designing and manufacturing purpose-built, application-specific hydraulic cylinders with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger, crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. AggressiveHydraulics.com.
This is Shane Stewart. I was wondering why Bigfoot sightings happen whenever Steve Post is in town. Now I know.
Hey, wait, that's the first time I've heard that one. I don't know that I like that. So Shane Stewart, welcome us back. We're glad you joined us. It is Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, right on our strength. Ross Wece sitting in for for Aaron on this show. Ashley also sometimes fills in. So we've gone to the bullpen, and we're having a ball. It's great. So he joins us. Another guy that had a lot of fun joining us on the Red Brand Fence Hotline, picked up 2 wins in the Ollie's Bargain Outlet All-Star Circuit of Champions. Aaron Reutzel's on the line. Hello, Aaron. Welcome back to Wing Nation.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
All right, Aaron. Looks like I know it's not been the season for anybody with the rain and everything like that, but it looks like when you do roll that car out, you have pretty good speed.
We've been pretty good here lately. When, like you said, when we do race, I think we counted, and we're at 20 rainouts right now with races that we've tried to go to. So it's been a crazy year. Definitely wish we were doing a lot more racing, especially as good as we've been here lately.
I can imagine.
Kind of, as we look here at Video Formatica, I specifically want to talk about your race at Fremont on Sunday night. You guys sit there waiting, 3 hours through a rain delay. There's a lot of question marks about what the track's going to be like when you finally get to go, but then you come from like the 5th or 6th row in no time at all. What's that feeling of when the car is that hooked up and you're kind of ripping around guys on the top like that?
It's definitely a good feeling when you're doing that. We hot lap there. First off, hats off to the track and all the fans for sticking that out, because that was a miserable rain delay there. It was just one of those ones that it never really rained, but it just drizzled for 3 hours straight, and it took them a lot to get that track back in. A lot more work than most people would want to put in, but with all the rainouts, everyone was just itching to race, so they did a hell of a job getting the track back. And we went back, so we went out and hot lapped, and everyone was really good, but everyone was kind of spread out in their own little zone. So we kind of knew that it wasn't going to be like that racing wise. So we did a few things different to try to be good in traffic. And I think that was just what made the difference for us to get up there, because, when the green flag dropped and everyone it was experiencing dirty air for the first time, and the track being that hooked up, that's when we were really good.
Aaron, there's so many different driving styles needed to be a successful 410 sprint car driver. Some guys really excel on the big half miles. The guys in California, they're the tacky bull rings. When we talk about the drier, slicker bull rings in Ohio, assess where your skill level is at. Now, obviously you just won Attica Fremont, so you're doing well, but how much work have you had to put into getting good at that style of racetrack?
It's definitely been it's been tough. I don't mind them being slick and smooth, like Port Royal. I love that place. Usually in 1 and 2, there's something to go up and lean on, but 3 and 4, you have to usually finesse through there, and we seem to get around there pretty good. But we've gotten our cars really good for that, and I think that's just been our biggest challenge, is getting our cars right for that. And, I think that was kind of part of the reason we were really good on Saturday or Sunday at Fremont is, all the Ohio guys really I don't think they knew how far to swing the other way to get loosened up. So you saw a lot of those guys struggle when the track was that good. But, you know, we go out to California and everywhere else, and, you know, we see stuff like that here and there. So we kind of knew how far we had to go.
Makes sense.
So, you know, from the driver's seat, you know, again, to kind of go back to Fremont, because this kind of fascinated me so much watching this race. When you're in a position like that where there's so many guys on the bottom and you're one of the few guys trying to get the other line, you know, going, what kind of faith, faith in your competitors, what kind of driver etiquette is there, you know, in hoping that top line is still going to be free for you as you try to rip around the guy down the back straightaway and hope that hole's not going to close up and something's going to get torn up?
Well, there was a few close calls. You know, when you get your speed built up like that, the real problem is you get down there on the bottom and you kind of get slowed up, and then you pick the gas back up, and, you know, guys were doing wheelies and just kind of push into the fence, and, you know, you're trying to hurry up and fill the hole before they get there. And, you know, sometimes you cringe and take that chance and put it in there, you know, knowing that you might bang wheels, and other times you just kind of got to be smart and just let them go and hope you get the next run, or, you know, even hope they didn't hear you back there and then them jump up.
Cringe and wince. That doesn't sound like any fun to me at all. I know you guys love it, but, man, I think that's why I'm sitting here talking about you guys loving it, because that just I'm not cringing and wincing at the speed you guys are going, you know. But it's phenomenal. Aaron, did you get a sense? I know you're a Texas guy, so you're not rich with the all-star history, okay? Like a Chad Kemmenar or someone like that might be. But with the all-stars returning to Fremont, and you had indicated the crowd was really good, did you get a little feel of a pretty good vibe there and pretty good excitement as far as the tour being back after a number of years away?
The crowd count was it was great. Yeah, it definitely seemed like they were pretty happy to see us back there. I've kept up with All-Star Racing and Outlaw Racing for a long time, and I know that was one of their places that they would make a lot of trips to. So it was cool to get back there. It's definitely a racy little joint. So it was good for us. It was just good to be racing again.
I'm sure. Racing again, that is a good thing. Final question for you here, Aaron. I know it's a big weekend coming up for you. One of the highlight film races of last year was at Mansfield. Tim Schaefer and you. How jacked up are you to go race for $10,000 this week at Mansfield to see if you can gain one spot on that one?
I'm pumped. You know, it was a badass race last year. Eric does a phenomenal job on, you know, promoting this race, and just everything he does, you know, with the dome and everything he's involved in, he just does a great job. And it's a good time to have some momentum, you know, going into this race. We were in the same boat last year. Just, you know, we had a lot of speed going into the race. Kind of feel like I've got some unfinished business to do, so I'm hoping I can just get one spot better.
Well, we wish you the best, and be nice to chat and see what you're going to do with $10,000 next week here on Wing Nation. Aaron, congratulations on the success this past weekend, and thanks for joining us here on the show.
Thank you guys for having me on again.
There we go. Aaron Reutzel joining us. Man, that's a gasser.
Absolutely.
Boy, he ain't scared of the throttle, is he? He's fun to watch.
Those are the fun guys to watch, the ones that aren't afraid of the pedal on the right.
Even watching him at Lawrenceburg last night, my gosh, there were some moves there. What amazes me about it is just sometimes the car just looks like it's 60 mile an hour faster than everyone else at certain places. I know it's a momentum type deal, but man, he is so much fun to watch.
Well, like I had asked him about there, like it was really fascinating to watch that Fremont race late Sunday night and see how he was having to time his runs off the corner to decide if he was going to be far enough alongside a guy to go for it, if he's going to have to back off and try to get in the next lap. But definitely a fun guy to watch.
He is, for sure. We're at a good spot with sprint car racing. We need to step away. More Wing Nation in just a moment.
For over 50 years, drivers in sprint car, midget, micro, modified, and even dirt late model have taken the checkered flag on Weld racing wheels. Legendary drivers like Joe Saldana, Carl, Mark, and Steve Kinzer, Doug Wolfgang, and countless other racers have trusted Weld racing wheels for their superior strength and lightweight construction to finish ahead of the competition. With 50 years of race-winning engineering and technology, American-made Weld racing wheels are designed and built to withstand virtually any abuse you throw at them. Weld Racing, proven speed.
Red Brand Fence, the most durable, dependable, and safest fence in the world. Top horse farms use Red Brand Fence to safeguard their equine investments. Cattlemen install it to ensure their cattle are safe. Racetracks around the world use it to protect spectators, fans, and crews. For over a century, Red Brand's quality has been used internationally for countless uses. Red Brand Fence, the most trusted name in fence. Explore our products at redbrand.com.
Looking for custom racewear and embroidery? Do you want your race fans to represent your race team with trendy, original apparel? Contact Classic Ink USA, the new standard in custom screen printing and embroidery. Located in Greater Pittsburgh, Classic Ink USA's professional staff utilizes state-of-the-art facilities to transform your ideas into an attractive wearable piece. From custom track swag racewear to trendy quick crew wear, Classic Ink handles it all. Find out how you can get started. Contact Classic Ink USA screen printing and embroidery at the track and on your back.
O'Reilly. Get your diesel truck ready for Memorial Day weekend. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and pick up a gallon of Shell Rotella heavy-duty motor oil for just $13.99. Extend the life of your engine while protecting it from sludge and wear at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Terry McCarl. One has a World of Outlaws win and has made the A meeting at the Knoxville Nationals. The other was the first one in line at the breakfast buffet once, or many times. Wing Nation with Steve Post and Aaron Evernham.
T-Mac bringing us back. It's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. Ross Wece sitting in for Aaron Evernham here. Ross, one of the things we just love to do, we talk about the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, and we do the birthday calendar. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty fascinating to me. We love our modern-day sprint car, but these guys and gals and folks that just sometimes paid the price to get us where we're at today. So birthdays this week. Dick Berggren, yesterday was his birthday. Deb Snyder later this week. How about this? How about this duo? Friday, Davey Brown. Saturday, Carl Kinzer.
It's a good week to be born a crew chief.
I guess so. I'm telling you, there doesn't get much better than those two. Steve Kinzer has a birthday on Sunday. Don Branson. Today would have been the birthday of Eddie Sachs, a 1999 inductee into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, known as the Clown Prince of Auto Racing. His motto, if you can't win, be spectacular.
It's a good motto.
Yes, it is. It is a good motto. You did that. Was that you should have taken that motto to the Chili Bowl.
Yeah.
The year you went and raced that.
I didn't win, but I was pretty spectacular.
You'd have succeeded, though. You'd have hit your goal. Yeah. So he has 8 USAC, sorry about that, 8 USAC championship trail wins, 1958 USAC Midwest Sprint Car champion, 2-time Indy 500 pole winner, and his best finish was a second-place run. And as is so much the case, we talk about this when we talk about our Hall of Famers. Tragically, a racing accident claimed him. Now, this one, a lot of times it's a dirt track or something. I just watched the video this morning. Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. Dave McDonald and the car came out from turn number 4. Dave's car hit the inside, and I think they had 45 gallons of fuel.
Oof.
Yeah, and so Dave's car hit the inside wall and erupted in flames, and then Eddie's car with 45 gallons of fuel hit Dave's, so it was a dual explosion. I mean, I just watched this video, and it's like, oh, my God. And then you watch it, and you're horrified, and then there's this second, it's like, whoa. And so just tragically, we lost him. The story behind this, too, is this was Dave's car was a brand new technical piece, and he had multiple drivers saying it's too unstable. And unfortunately, second lap of the race, came off the turn. Mm-hmm. And we lost Eddie Sachs. We lost him here with us, but the beauty of the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum is his story lives there at the Hall of Fame. And the beauty, and this week we're going to enshrine, I think, 8 more people this weekend out in Knoxville. So, Sprint Car HOF, Sprint Car Hall of Fame, and for your gift-giving ideas, sprintcarstuff.com. Ross Wece joins us. You can follow Ross and catch him with Open Red, their wonderful podcast. How are things going? What's happening? What's the latest on Open Red?
Well, it's good. We've got a pretty good listener base every week. We try to, just have fun. Simply just talk about, much like you, it's our favorite time of the week, talking about sprint car racing.
Yeah, it really is.
So me and myself and Justin Fiedler, who also works for the World of Outlaws there, we have an absolutely great time doing the show every week.
I know, this is rough work, isn't it, what we do?
It's just terrible.
Terrible, exactly. Who do you have? Who do you have on this week?
We're kind of going to be previewing the upcoming Nashville race this
cool.
week. And,
nice, yeah.
Talking about a lot of the work behind the scenes that goes into kind of making a race like that happen.
I was watching some of the photography of this thing. I cannot imagine. That's going to be fascinating to hear. Yeah. Yep. So great stuff. You can catch Open Red wherever podcasts are. You can find it on the World of Outlaws website, and again wherever podcasts are, and just download it so it's one of your favorites. So all you have to do is mash a button and listen to Open Red whenever you want to do it. Neat stuff. You mentioned Nashville. We are going to Nashville as well. Red Brand Fence Wing Nation. And Ray and Aaron Evernham are hosting our shows out there. So Thursday night, we've got a special show and a party at Big Machine Vodka in Nashville, 5 to 7. And Ray and Aaron are going to be there with some drivers and some interviews, and it's going to be a ball. Friday and Saturday, we are at 4 o'clock at the Fairground Speedway in Nashville. We're going to have live shows, Red Brand Fence Wing Nation, with Ray and Aaron Evernham, and it won't be long. Our next road show, now we're in road show season. Yep. We're going to the Agco Jackson Nationals. Let's see, that's Aaron and I. We need a travel coordinator just to figure out who's doing this stuff. But Aaron and I are going to the Agco Jackson Nationals. Man, what an event that is. Also, Wing Nation gear is available at www.wingnation.com. That's wingnation.com. Also available wherever All-Star Circuit of Champions and their souvenir trailers travel as well. Ross, appreciate you hanging out with us.
Glad to be here today.
Yeah, we'll do it again on Thursday with our podcast show. But just want to mention with that the HRP Racing Products upcoming calendar. Logan Schuart is going to join us on the podcast. So Ross and I'll chat with Logan. And on Saturday, Wing Nation by Sage Fruit on MAV TV. Sheldon Hodenshield and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. We actually caught those guys at the Fan Day out at the World of Outlaws. So nice stuff. We appreciate Danny Dietrich and Aaron Reutzel for joining us. More important than all of that, though, thank you for joining us today.
Wing Nation has been brought to you by Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength. Watch Wing Nation Saturday mornings on MAV TV. You can also find Wing Nation on wingnation.com or your favorite podcast provider. Wing Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.